Hi everybody, welcome to a presentation about the Sequoia High School Math Department. My name is Beth Peng. I am the department chair for Sequoia, and thanks for listening today. So in our math department, one of the main things that we focus on when we are teaching is the Common Core standards for mathematical practice. And I would say that a lot of our classes focus on making sure that students are able to do these things. Like, we find it important that students can calculate and can do basic skills. But we also really want students to be able to model with mathematics. We really want them to attend to precision, and to make sense of problems and persevere in solving them is really important. We also, along with the Common Core, we also, since we are an IB school, we look at these IB math assessment objectives, and you'll notice that these IB assessment objectives are very similar to the Common Core standards for mathematical practice. So as we are teaching our students in our Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2 level classes, we are still in the back of our minds preparing them for IB assessments that they will take later on in their high school career. So quickly, I want to go over what curriculum we use for each of our courses. In Algebra 1, we have two different types of Algebra 1 classes. One for 9th graders that uses the illustrative mathematics curriculum, and that has a focus on linear, quadratic, and exponential relationships. And then Algebra for 10th through 12th graders uses the Big Ideas textbook, which focuses on the same thing, linear, exponential, and quadratic relationships, just two different curriculums, so that if in 9th grade it didn't work for them, they can see it a different way in 10th through 12th grade. For geometry, a similar situation. We have a 9th and 10th grade geometry class that uses the illustrative mathematics curriculum, and then our 11th and 12th grade geometry class uses CPM, the College Preparatory Mathematics curriculum. For our Algebra 2 courses, we have Algebra 2 with trigonometry, which students in all grade levels are in that class, and that uses the CPM Algebra 2 curriculum. And then our Algebra 2 class without trigonometry is only for 11th and 12th graders, and that uses the Big Ideas Algebra 2 book. Here's a quick overview of our course pathways for students. You'll notice that if we have a student coming in at Algebra 1, which all of our 9th graders will come in at the Algebra 1 or above level. They will take Algebra 1 and then geometry. This would be a typical course pathway: 9th grade Algebra 1, 10th grade geometry, 11th grade Algebra 2 trig, and then their senior year they would choose between one of the two IB pathways that we have. And IB changed their course pathways 2 years ago. We're in our second year of implementing the new pathways. And the difference is that now we have two different options for students to take an IB class. We have the applications class and the analysis class. And both of those classes are taught at the standard level and the higher level. And so the first year of the class is the standard level. The second year of the class is the higher level. And the difference between the two classes is that the applications class focuses on modeling and statistics. All of the domains are still taught, so students will still learn some calculus, they will still learn some geometry, they will still work on functions and algebraic concepts, but the more of an emphasis is placed on modeling and statistics and the use of technology. In the analysis path, more of an emphasis is placed on calculus and theoretical analysis. So when we're having students choose which class they would like to take, we ask them to think about what they're interested in, what they might want to focus on in college. And if they're thinking about doing something related to math or to STEM, then we suggest the analysis path. If they're more interested in social science, biology, anything that is not a hard theoretical math, then we suggest the applications path with the emphasis on modeling there. One thing to know is there is approximately a 60% content overlap in the first year of these two courses, so students will be seeing similar things, just a slightly different focus. If a student comes in at the Algebra 2 trig or at the accelerated geometry Algebra 2 trig level, they will need to take the analysis pathway so that eventually they will be taking Kenyatta College classes on our campus. We have a professor that comes to campus and teaches a rotation of calculus, linear algebra, and differential equations courses. We have 2 tentative classes for the 21-22 school year that we are not sure about yet. We have been teaching AP statistics for the last few years, but that class may be phased out because of these new IB courses. So we may be phasing out AP statistics. We haven't made a decision about that yet. And we are also investigating the idea of bringing a data science class for next year that would be basically an alternative to taking an IB class. It would be a class that students take after Algebra 2 or Algebra 2 with trig. And that just giving our students an alternative to taking an IB class for their senior year. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions. My email again is epeng@seq.org, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for listening. Bye.